Planet Dolan.
From homework to religious epiphanies, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the most ridiculous reasons people broke up with us. My name is Nixium, and today, I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by the July Cutout. Emoji and her boyfriend had been dating for almost 4 months. Emoji was 14 and, well, he was 16. They were both into the same anime and found that their tastes were mostly the same. What Emoji found out later in the relationship is that he was really into hentai. Eventually, his mom found out about it, and when she did, his mom told Emoji's mom. It turned out Emoji's boyfriend lied to his mom to get off the hook. He told her that Emoji was the one making him watch all that hentai. In his story, Emoji refused to stop sending him an endless stream of non-stop hentai, so he promised to break up with her to get it to stop. His mom told Emoji's mom that she should be punished for sending him all this ungodly material, and that she essentially was a harlot. Needless to say, that was the end of that. Number 9 was submitted by Rage3Does. Civil Spider had been dating his girlfriend for about 4 months when he saw that they were sort of drifting apart. He asked her if she was okay and if she wanted to cool things down a bit and take some time apart. She didn't say that she didn't, that everything was fine and that she would talk to him the next day. The next day they hung out at lunch and everything seemed totally fine. But at the end of the day, on the way to the bus stop, she said that she was having some life problems and she wanted to break up. She said they could get back together in a month or so. Civil Spider didn't know what to say. When asked what her problems were, she simply said, homework. So her big life problem, the one that she broke up with Civil Spider over, was homework. 3 months later, they still haven't gotten back together. Number 8 was submitted by the Texas Land Manatee. Snoopy was dating a guy she met on a dating app. He had a son, and she really liked the both of them. She even went out and bought the two of them a GameCube for Christmas. Snoopy was trying to plan a date to give it to him, so she texted him to ask him what his plans were on Sunday. He literally replied to her with, "I already have a date with my girlfriend." Snoopy was obviously confused, as she thought she was his girlfriend. He started rambling on about how they don't have chemistry and, you know, all those lame excuses. Snoopy was so shocked, she didn't even reply. Later that day, he made a Facebook post whining about how much his life sucked and that she broke up with him at a bad time. Snoopy ended up giving the GameCube to her nephew. Number 7 was submitted by Lettuce and Bidney. Melissa started dating a guy in 8th grade, and they were hitting it off after 2 weeks. But one day, Melissa was joking with a mutual friend of theirs by calling her a lesbian. Melissa was joking, but her boyfriend thought she said it to be mean. He dumped her later that day after she gave him a small stuffed gorilla that she bought him as a gift. He ripped the arms and legs off the gorilla, stabbed it with a pencil multiple times. He also attached a nasty note on it, telling her to go and F herself. Poor Melissa. Number 6 was submitted by C Smiley 91. When MKLM was in 7th grade, he found his first girlfriend, and he was really happy. But after only 2 weeks of dating her, she had some other girls tell him it was over because her actual boyfriend was getting mad. It turned out she had already been dating the other guy for a year now. She only, quote, dated MKLM because she felt sorry for him because, you know, he didn't have a girlfriend. He was hurt, but he moved on and he found a new girlfriend just a month later. Sometime later on, MKLM was approached by his first girlfriend. She said she wanted to marry MKLM, so her unborn child would have a dad. The biological father had moved to a different state. MKLM politely declined the offer. Number 5 was submitted by Kim Caddish Trash. Ramona had a best friend of 8 years and had been crushing on him since she was 14. They eventually got together and she fell head over heels in love with him. But that all came crumbling down after only 7 months of an actual relationship. He called Ramona 20 minutes before she started work to tell her that God had woken him up and told him it was time to move on from her. Then he promised they would always be friends, which just kind of hurt worse. Number 4 was submitted by Lightly Demonic 44. The girl Salty Squid dated had a habit of constantly trying to correct anything and everything she disagreed with. They ended up getting into an argument over text after only 2 months of dating. It started out with her just saying hi. Then she randomly told Salty Squid, matter-of-factly, that he was no longer attracted to her. She said that she could tell because he hadn't even tried kissing her or making a move. But he had tried to make a move in the first week that they were together, but she told him that she wanted to keep it casual for a while. 2 weeks later, he tried again and she said the exact same thing about keeping it casual. Salty Squid respected her wishes, but she ended up breaking up with him a few weeks later because she wanted a more than casual relationship. Number 3 was submitted by Rahel Vastos. Doopy was dating a guy who was pretty quiet and very sweet, but the closer she got to him, the more insecure that she realized he was. He would get super emotional whenever Doopy would go out with her friends, but Doopy just thought it was kind of cute. Little did she know, anger was building up in him over time. When his birthday came, it unfortunately fell on the same day as Doopy's grandmother's funeral. When she told him she couldn't be there on his birthday, he yelled at her for betraying him and leaving him alone. The concept of being there for her during a hard time, apparently, it just never occurred to him. He dumped Doopy the next day with more yelling. Doopy just looked at him in the eyes and said,
"Bullet dodged."
Number 2 was submitted by Sab Nino. Hellbent had a long-distance relationship with a girl who was a little off in a lot of ways, but she was still nice. They got along for a while, but the reason she broke up with him was because of a single comment. Hellbent said that he thought Harley Quinn and the Joker were bad for each other. Immediately after saying that, she stopped talking to him and even blocked him on Facebook. And number 1 was submitted by me. One time I dated a woman who I thought I had some great chemistry with. We both had similar interests, goals, plans, and well, things were great. That is until one day where she just kind of went crazy. I can't explain what happened, but in the morning she texted me and all was great. I then went to work, I finished up a few hours later, I went to talk to her, and she just had gone insane. She started talking about how she was convinced that I was going to try to kill her, how her father was going to try to kill her, how all her friends were going to betray her and were planning to hurt her behind her back. And after hours of talking, she just hung up the call and disappeared. I have no idea what happened to her or where she is now. Alright, but a huge thanks to the folks over at our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. But we have another question for you. What is the weirdest punishment your school ever gave you? Let us know in the Reddit page linked below, and you might be featured in a future countdown.
Check out the latest Dolan card update, Nixiumville. A new character, heaps of new skins, a new power-up, new level, daily missions, and offline mode. Download from the Android or iOS App Store and start racing today for free.
Until next time. See ya!